How's it going, guys? I'm your host Korriban Gaming. Welcome back to this week's Adventure Quest release video, and this week we have a very small release, if I'm being honest. Okay, so this week we have the April Fool's release, but there's no new April Fool's event yet for this year. So what you guys can do is go ahead and do Lazy Quest from 2017. All you have to do is open up your character, go to Lazy Quest, and then just stay there for the entire day, and you'll get gold and EXP every single minute. It caps at 90% if I'm not wrong, so it doesn't go all the way up to 100%. But do correct me on this if you guys know. So that is something that you can do if you're lazy to level up your alt characters or gain gold on them, okay? But you do have to leave your PC on for the entire day if you want to do this. Not a big deal for those who are already working from home. Just have it on at the side. You literally don't even have to look at it. And if you're using NIVP's launcher like I am, you can just open up 10 characters and do all of them at one shot. Okay, so that's all. We don't have a new event yet this year, but I think we might see it next week. Who knows? Because I think the staff is probably busy with the stat revamp. There's been a lot of discussion on the forums, and I kind of want to wait until the whole stat revamp thing is actually out before I give you guys my thoughts on them, because right now all we know is they have some propositions and a lot of people have come up with plenty of ideas. Most of them are good ideas from what I've seen, so yeah, I'll wait and see what they actually change before talking about it. But we do have some info subs for the new items, so let's go ahead and go through them. First up, the Saber-Toothed Grand Walk update. So this is something that you can get from the Z token packages. Unfortunately, it's been outdated for a while and it's kind of crappy. But now that they updated it, let's see what it does. Updated the scaling code and also added a choke mode that pays 50% damage plus Mastercraft, which is 22% melee, to attempt a 36.98 blah 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 damage dealt choke for one turn. So if you have 100%, if the monster's earth resist is 100%, and if you land all your hits, that's 36.98% choke, which is standard. Yeah, not that great if I'm being honest. Inflict with charisma and luck versus mobs endurance and luck, 50% save. The plus 5% damage attack, which is same animation the choke attack uses, also now has 2 hits instead of 1. So yeah, in my opinion, I still think it is very very bad. Do not get it for the pet, okay? Literally just get any other package. I would not recommend it at all. Next up, we have a new package this year. Let me see if I have any pictures to show you guys. Bubsy's Jackpot package. Okay, so this one comes with a bunch of items. Let's go through all of them. So you have the faces. Okay, the faces, Jester faces. Honestly, I think the faces look not bad. I'm going to give the faces 7 out of 10, okay? And then it comes with a miscellaneous item, Gas Bomb. It's an energy miscellaneous item. Scales, reducing energy damage taken by up to 50% at max level. So pretty standard. As well as boosting your endurance by up to 50 at max level. Also pretty standard. Click the bomb to get a menu pop-up that offers one of 2 quick cast options. You can cast either of the bombs once per turn. Casting either bomb blocks casting of both until next turn. So first one, Laughing Gas Bomb. Tosses out a bomb filled with laughing gas, leaves the foe choking. This charges 100% melee in SP, so it's 392. Uses player main set, check via weapon for strength, dex, intellect, and luck for infliction. So if you're using magic or intellect, then it will be 490 something, I believe. Okay, versus mobs, endurance, and luck. Mob gets a minus 25.52. Okay, so it's a 25.52% damage dealt choke on them for 4 turns with a minus 20 penalty to save. No hit is required for this, so the status is weakened a bit to compensate. I think that's actually decent. Keep in mind this is quick cast, so that's already a plus point. Secondly, minus 20 penalty to save means you get to inflict it a little bit easier. And last but not least, and perhaps the biggest part, you don't need a hit for this to inflict. So I think this is actually not bad, though of course the actual numbers, the choke itself is not very good because of all the stuff that you get, like you get the 20 penalty to save, you don't need a hit required, and of course it being quick cast means that it's not going to be super strong. So yeah, 25.52% choke for 4 turns is decent. I kind of wish that maybe they'll reduce the duration to like 3 or 2 turns and bump up the effect slightly. I think that will make it a little bit better, but nonetheless I still think it's a pretty good effect. And then the second skill is a Confusion Gas Bomb. Tosses out a bomb filled with confusion gas, leaving the foe control. Control is, well, blah blah blah, paying in 100% melee without requiring a hit, makes it so we pay in 85% melee, giving a similar minus 20 penalty to the save. This gives us a 47% chance stun rate at 100%, energy resist, control for 2 turns. This inflicts and is resisted by the same stats as the laughing gas bomb. Okay, so control is a pretty common status for energy, but oh yeah, one more thing I want to add on, choke, energy choke, I don't really think we have any of it, so that is pretty good. Okay, but energy control, I think there's quite a few, and with all of the freedom statuses going around, it's not so great. So all in all, I think the miscellaneous item probably gets a 7.5 out of 10 for me. I think it's not bad. Is it worth buying the package just to get it? I don't know. Let's look at the other items. Bugsy Scepter, Box / Staff. Okay, it's a melee range magic, energy club, bow staff, all have a neutral damage lean and accuracy lean. All have a 20% proc special bow included. Pays 40% of weapon damage and player loses minus 6 MRM, minus 12 for magic version to compensate lower weapon damage to total 50% melee. This 50% melee pays for the weapons attempting a 25 times hits over attempts percent melee energy poison on the mob. So if it's at 100% and you land all your hits, it'll be 25% melee energy poison that lasts 4 turns. The Fool in the Farseer trilogy was rather frail and sickly, so dealing less damage and losing block rate makes sense in my opinion for this effect. Mastercraft effect is that you take minus around 7 to 6% damage versus poison foes. Not a lot, that's kinda small. Normally it will be minus 10%, but the item itself can inflict the status, so it gets weakened a bit. Okay, if using the gas bomb miscellaneous item, this damage reduction effect is doubled to minus 15% damage taken versus poison foes. Oh, okay, I didn't realize there was synergy there. That's actually good, not bad. Save on the poison is 50%. Users, player, weapon stat, and luck versus mobs, endurance and luck. So once again, we get another poison weapon. The staff has been doing a lot of poison weapons recently, and I don't hate the poison status, but I'm not a super big fan of it either. So I am going to have to say, I don't know, man. I think I've seen enough poison items for a while. Yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Maybe I'm biased towards biased against poison items. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I don't think it's fantastic. Might even get a 6. 25%. How much is that? I really don't like to see these kind of percentage numbers. I wish they'll just give me like the number range that we see in game. That'll be more helpful information in my opinion. The damage reduction is nice. The poison, because it's spread over 4 turns, I don't think it'll be a lot of damage. So yeah, weapon probably gets a 7. It's not horrible, but it's not the best weapon either. All in all, I would say the package gets a 7 out of 10 for me. The items are not bad, but they are not fantastic either. Are they worth getting the package just for the items? I'm gonna say no. I think there are way better packages that you should prioritize. So unless you're a whale, I would not recommend getting this package. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the package. Also, one last thing, okay. Moxterio, go and update. Now it backstabs you for 229 HP 1/3 of the time. Previously he backstabbed you for I don't know how much, 1/5 of the time. So this is actually a buff. I mistakenly understood it as a nerf because previously I thought that the previous info subs weren't exactly outdated. So you see, that's the problem I have with info subs. Like they are never properly updated. Even from the most official source there is, which is the Battle forums, it is not fully updated, and that's really my whole gripe with this whole info subs nonsense. So I thought it was a nerf because honestly I don't think it needed a nerf. Like who the hell still uses Moxterio nowadays? Not a lot of people, okay? In fact, I don't think I've ever seen anyone using Moxterio. I have Moxterio and I've used it in the past, but because I've died so often using it, I stopped using it. So yeah, now he hits you a little bit more often, but for slightly lesser HP cost. All in all, I still wouldn't use it. I still don't think it's worth using regardless of your build. Maybe if you're going for some sort of weird burst Beastmaster build, you might want to use it. People are calling it overpowered on paper. I think that's just BS because, like, come on. On paper, yes, maybe it's super overpowered, but you use it in game and then you balance around it. You don't balance around it just based off the maths on paper. You look at it in game. Is it even practical to use in game? Hell, I don't think I remember anyone using it nowadays. So does it really need that I don't know, that nerf? And if this is a buff, It's a very teeny, tiny, small buff that I don't think will change anything. I don't think people are still going to use it unless they reduce the cost a little bit while still keeping the damage high. The MRM extra on the death loss bonus on it is nice, but it's not something that I will go out of my way to use. And because it's light element, it shares almost the exact same it does almost the exact same thing as Manifestation. And Manifestation pays for it in terms of MP and SP, which I would say is different from HP. You cannot view MP and SP resource the same as HP resource, because once you run out of HP, the battle automatically ends. You automatically lose. Whereas if you run out of MP and SP, you still get a chance to regenerate back those resources maybe on the next turn or something like that. So not all is over if you run out of MP or SP. But if you run out of HP, then that's it. That is the end of the battle. So all in all, I would say Mox Steel probably still needs more tweaking to make it worth using over something like Manifestation. And the fact that they are the same element doesn't help either, because it's just very, very stiff competition. And Manifestation is basically compressed inside Paladin armor, which is undoubtedly the best light armor right now that every single build wants to use, in my opinion. So yeah, there's really no reason to run Mox Steel over Manifestation. So these are my thoughts on the changes. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And that's it for today's very short episode. Let's go ahead and check out the Blarney wall. Let's see where we are at now. Oh wow, looks like we just unlocked 50%. Let's watch the 50% cutscene. Korriban, thank goodness he's here. You have to stop Shen before he does any more damage or causes or counter attack on Leprechaunia. You know this yokel? I was about to make him my Slinger Skeleton's piggyback mount. Yeah, I met him a few years ago. Remember when he ran a marathon because he was so scared of the Nightmare Queen? It was a carefully calculated tactical retreat, and I needed to run away because Muglen asked me to exercise more and I had to pee. I ran because it was cold outside, and also it never happened, so shut it. Good times, except for everything I had to deal with because of it. I'm glad you're alright. Oh, Cratchit, stopping Shem is the plan. As usual, what's he doing? That's just the thing. I don't know. None of us do. He just declared war on an existential threat to Leprechaunia's economy and privacy, but marched everyone out. But he's never been so motivated. Please, you can motivate that beardo with a coin at the end of a string. That's how I got him to attend company meetings. You don't get it. Yes, he's normally as inconsistent as me, accent. But even if I only know a general direction, it's clear that whatever made the old miser so mad, it's very personal, very serious, or both. Look, I don't want to scare you, but he paid us. Okay, how exactly does that scare us again? Dear gods. We have to get ahead of him now. Move. Okay, that's it for the cutscene, and I'll see you guys back next week, which I don't think we'll be hitting 100% yet. We may be very close, but I don't think we'll hit 100% in a week. So it might take another week, in my opinion. Personally, I'm not taking part in the war. War rewards, they still haven't really showed us what it is yet. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to this channel if you guys would like to see more of such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host, Korriban Gaming. Peace out.